What it do though? It's your boy Dr. Life Coach Lace, aka NBA Old Boy, aka I'm him, aka the menace no relation to Dennis. Look, stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin. We need you to stop what you're doing right now. Subscribe to the potty. We know you love listening to us. We bring a lot of great content, great conversation, a lot of fun, jovial conversation across the board. So tap in with us. Make sure after you subscribe, please like so that we can showcase that you care, that we care for you, and that we bring in the heat to everything that we do. So lock in with us, Manly D's Podcast. Share it with your entire community, your entire network, because we bring in the real to the real.
Just recently, I had a friend let me know. He's like, hey, I didn't like the way that something happened. And I wanted to let you all know before I got into a I think it was like what's the feeling that you feel after you don't like address something? What's the feeling? Resentment. Yeah, resentment. And I don't want to go into resentment. He brought that to our attention and we all addressed it and talked about it. But back in the day, you know, you hang out with your homeboys, something foul happened. Hey, we cool. And then bam, we just whooped away and went on about life. Mm-hmm. So I think it's amazing how we're getting older and we are starting to do things in a sense of where we're actually apologizing the way we need to apologize.
Yeah, well, it's tapping into a different emotional space and having an emotional understanding and range. So I think that is vastly important. But also, I mean, some situations it may be we good, and some situations you may have to have more of a conversation. But I think people also seek to understand and wanting to have closure with certain things as well. So it really depends on situation, who you're dealing with, and how you can either have or not engage in that way. So I think it's a spectrum.
Is closure necessary for you?
For me, no. I mean, it is what it is. Shit, it's already done. what is there? What is there to? Because I mean, you got to think about it. I think
I do agree with that.
We live in a space where a lot of times it's not necessarily about closure. People just want to understand the why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some situations don't have a why.
Yeah.
It was done. It was just done.
Oh, that's good.
So, I mean, I think it depends on, like I said, what it was and if there is a reason behind it, but everything does not have a why attached to it.
And some just want the satisfaction of you acknowledging that you did them wrong in some type of way.
Right.
Like, so, they don't even want the apology. They just want you to own that you did something.
Well, I think that it's twofold, right? So it could be, look, I'm sorry for, for the impact that this situation had on you, whatever. The follow-up is, well, why did you do it? Mm-hmm. Or why did this occur? Could have been I just wanted to do it, or I don't have a why, or these are 50 things that led up to me doing this, and then that becomes the focus rather than the apology. Yeah. So I think it could be a plethora of things and or approaches, but yeah.
Now, for me, we don't have to go into the why. My why already is always we're just fallen people. Mm-hmm. We just
that's it. I mean, that's what it is.
We make mistakes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, some whys you need to know because I need to know why you did this because are you going to repeat the same action?
And I might.
We're fallen people.
And what does why mean? What does why matter if I might do it again anyway? And that's the part. And I'm only asking you that because partly in the past, that's why I would not apologize. Because when you apologize, there's supposed to be, it's almost like repentance. There's supposed to be some corrective action that takes place after this apology where I'm going to turn away from this situation. If I cannot guarantee that I'm not going to do this again, I don't want to apologize. Because then the conversation becomes, well, you apologized last time, you doing it again. And I might do it again tomorrow. So I don't want to apologize.
But you can still apologize.
but I'm saying, I'm saying the reason why I don't. The reason why I don't is because I might do it again, and then we gonna be in this cycle. We like, well, you apologized last time, and here you are doing it again. Because most people think if I get this apology, you're acknowledging that you're not gonna do this anymore because of what it did to me. It hurt me or how it made me feel. Mm-hmm. But the apology is like, all right, we got to understand. We got an agreement. Don't do that no more. Where I might still do that some more. So I'm like, I'm not necessarily looking to apologize because I might do this again.
Mm-hmm. Sure, but you could also view it from I can apologize and say, look, I'm a fallen person,
and I'm working.
I'm working towards not doing this again, but I can't guarantee that I want, depending on what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? But maybe that could be an approach for consideration.
If it's an egregious offense, I may want to know the why, because there may be something deeper that we need to address.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I bark at you, and I hurt your feelings, and you like, and I come to apologize, you ask me why. It's important that you ask me why. Maybe I've had that resentment that my homeboy, was sharing with me about. Maybe I've had some resentment, and we need to iron out those wrinkles. You know what I'm saying? And yes, it may still happen again, but then at least by me knowing the why, I can attach it like, okay, he probably, even though we talked about it, there still may be some residue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying there.
Yeah.
But I fully understand it might happen again.
Sure. I mean, that's why they have, rehab. We all in some level of rehab when it comes to something.
Mm-hmm.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to view it in that way. I may slip up, but again, I can bounce back or own the fact that a level of accountability and keep it pushing. But the thing is, people often want accountability to look like how they want it to look.
Right.
Yes.
So, that's not how it works. My apology doesn't necessarily shift how you can expect the action, because some of that, again, grace takes time to develop, et cetera. So.
Yeah. I mean, even what you mentioned about what the with repentance, we've been to
Yeah, I know,
the
but
altar.
but I'm saying the expectation is supposed to be that after I do it, I'm supposed to turn away from it.
Now, I've been to that altar several times. I'd be one Sunday, I've
But
been
yeah.
like, Lord, forgive me.
Yeah.
The next Sunday, forgive
You
me
back up there
again.
again.
I think that's where the human element comes into play. We
Yeah.
think about it from a worldview mindset rather than a spiritual mindset.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, he know we go trick up again. Big G, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to how we think as a people, okay, you came and repented this Sunday. You can't tell me you was a crackhead for 12 years and you just gonna come up here one time and you ain't gonna hit the pipe no more.
Mm-hmm.
There's a process.
Right.
But we don't view it in that way. We
Right.
think it's all flip a switch.
Immediate.
No, it takes time.
And for me, sometimes I probably
And that's like, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's like, again, with the using somebody who smokes crack as an example. Like, are you gonna do that again? I might.
But I might not smoke
Or
as
even-
much as I did last time.
Correct. Or asking, well, why do you do it? Because I like crack. Like, why are we asking these? So I get it. Yeah.
I know for me, I know for like for my wife, she doesn't want to hear your words. I'm sorry.
She wants to see the action.
She wants to see the action.
Yeah.
For me, I don't got to see action. Just acknowledge it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really what works for me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do no service, because after I hear I apologize, it's like you acknowledge what happened.
Yes.
I just want to.
But again, I think that's how we are wired as it pertains to men in some ways. Because at the end of the day, think about it. You just said that the words are the only thing that matter when it comes to an apology. A lot of times for others, women, there's I need you to showcase a particular action. To prove
plus the words
that you were apologetic
Right.
and sorry.
and say it. Why were you sorry?
Right. And also
What did you do?
Right. Also have a why behind it. Also have, these are the action steps that I'm willing to take to rectify the situation, et cetera. Whereas you mentioned, it's just I'm sorry, I messed up, and we can keep it pushing. That's the level of differentiation that I've experienced.
Maybe that was my issue. Maybe I was just saving my apologies for egregious activity. Like, maybe I was gatekeeping my apologies based on the level of damage I felt like I did in the situation. And if I felt like it was egregious, then I apologize. But if I felt like it wasn't very egregious, then I'm like, I don't need to apologize.
But see, that's the thing. It was maybe
and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's
or not
subjective.
egregious to you.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what bothers me about
That sounds like
apologies.
pandering.
That doesn't sound like
That
pandering.
sounds like pandering.
How is that pandering?
Because if I
How does it sound like?
if I feel like you did something, or if I feel as though it met the level of egregiousness, then I will. But if I don't think so, then I won't. It is what it is. You take it how you take it.
No, I feel like pandering would be, and this pandering, because I've been guilty of this in the past. and I stopped doing it because I don't like it. Pandering to me is apologizing when you know that you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't have ill intention behind anything that you did, but someone else is saying that what you did or said made them feel a certain type of way, or it impacted them negatively, or it hurt them, yada, yada, yada. So then, although you feel no real remorse, no real conviction about anything that you did because you want the situation to pass, you just like, I apologize, da, 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 whatever. I feel like that's pandering, because now I'm just trying to meet the need of, I'm pandering to your feelings. I feel like that's pandering, and that's the type of apologies where I'm saying ain't nobody gonna force me to
I get that.
apologize.
But what I'm saying is, you said you didn't have a intent to do XYZ to hurt or whatever it could be, but you did. That may not have been your intent, but you did. So I don't view that apology pandering. Whether I agree or disagree, I'm sorry for whatever. That wasn't my intent, but it obviously had some level of impact. I don't view that as pandering.
I think in that scenario that you just created, because that's a really good scenario. Because I've known myself to do that, where I know I didn't do anything wrong, but because I see your feelings hurt, I feel like I need to do something. And so I immediately, the low hanging fruit is to apologize. I think the best approach in that situation is to something along these matters of, hey bro, or hey sis, or whatever. I noticed a change in demeanor. I was wondering if you'd be willing to share with me what could have happened to change your demeanor. That is a start of saying, hey, I care about your feelings, but I just want to let you know I ain't do nothing.
Sure. Yeah.
My struggle with apologies in the past, outside of, like I said, if it's an egregious factual situation that happened, is that I've always felt like it was a very subjective experience. Just like disrespect. Anyone can frame anything as disrespect because it's subjective to me. You could have done nothing disrespectful to me, but if I want to make you disrespectful for my gain, or just to do something I may have already wanted to do anyway, I'm going to just label whatever you did or said to me as disrespect, so that now I can respond how I want to respond. And I think that has been my struggle with apologies in the past, is because I feel like a lot of them are very subjective to the person.